5 common food safety myths. Debunked.
Okay.
Are you familiar with food safety myths? We're talking like raw cookie dough.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
We're talking 5-second rule.
Yes.
Can you drink your own piss?
Ew.
That kind of stuff.
Yucky.
Is it yucky?
I mean...
Find out today. I don't think it's part of the article, but I needed a third thing. And now we have it, don't we? Is it okay to eat raw cookie dough?
Yes.
You say yes.
Yes.
Okay, according to this Canadian website, if you've been, and here I go trying to read. Mm-hmm. This is the part of the show where I try to read. And when I look at words on a page, it looks like this, but backwards. If you've been baking up a storm during the pandemic, avoid tasting raw batter. Okay?
I'm going to say no.
That's because flour is a raw ingredient that is meant to be cooked before it's eaten. Grain, of course, can be consumed by harmful bacteria such as E. coli. Contaminated. It says contaminated. Grain can be contaminated by E. coli. And that is, of course, because chickens shit into the grain. That is not in the article.
Caca.
But whatever. If your recipe includes raw eggs, you run the risk, albeit small, of a food poisoning if you sample the dough. So don't eat the dough. They make dough that you could eat. Gross. And a couple of our friends were on a dough eating kick for a while, but can't be healthy for any part inside of you.
Well, I mean, consuming it in small doses, I think, is okay, right?
It's not, you run a lot of risks.
So then what happens when you get cookie dough ice cream? This is bull crap.
Maybe the cookie dough in cookie dough ice cream is the edible kind.
Fine.
Other adults, young children, pregnant women, and people with weakened immune systems are at increased risk for food poisoning. We know a couple of weak-ass immune system heads who are always getting food poisoning.
Yep.
Shout out 2 times. Zoya, is it best to rinse chicken and meat before cooking it?
I don't know. I used to. I don't now.
Why?
Because I don't know if you're fucking rinsing chicken. I don't know.
According to this fucking website, it says washing raw chicken or meat or poultry before cooking is not recommended.
See? Yeah.
Here's the reason. Does it sound like I know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When I say colloquialisms like that? Here's the reason. Doing so can unknowingly scatter bacteria to anything nearby. The sink, the countertop, your kid's face, utensils, and other foods.
In your face.
And your face. Can you tell which parts of the article we're ad-libbing on? Plus, rinsing raw meat won't sanitize it. You're just putting water on it. You ever run water over a piece of shit? It's still a piece of shit. Plus, rinsing raw meat won't sanitize. Yep. Cooking to the proper temperatures is the only way to kill that bacteriums. Okay, so fucking do that instead of putting water on it. You put water on it, you rub it around, you think everything's all right?
No.
What is your... do you have a faucet that has witch hazel? Do you have a witch hazel faucet?
Does witch hazel...
Isn't that... What's the difference between witch hazel and rubbing alcohol? One comes from a cauldron. Macaulay Cauldron. If Home Alone...
I hate it.
If Home Alone was made... It was a Halloween movie. His name would have been Macaulay Cauldron.
I hate it.
Microwave cooking destroys vitamins. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you hear my stomach?
Yes.
Type in the comments if you did. Horny for the past. How long a food is cooked? What the fuck? How long a food is cooked, how much water is used in the cooking, and temperature is all factors to determine the beep up, squealy bang.
Oh.
Microwave cooking uses less heat than many other cooking methods and involves shorter cooking times. If you cook foods using a minimal amount of water, for example, vegetables, microwave cooking is a nutritional win.
Oh, it's a win?
So is steaming.
Huh. Interesting.
Research has shown, I should just always skip to the last paragraph. Again, this is a Canadian website, the Globe and the Mail. Research has shown that compared to boiling, pressure cooking, and roasting, microwave cooking maintain the highest level of antioxidants in beets, artichokes, asparagus, garlic, onions, and spinach. I've never heard microwaving destroys vitamins.
I mean, I've heard it, and then I don't know how much of this I can really get behind because, don't they say that wow, I can't yes, 100%. Don't they say that microwaving your food is like bad for you?
Who?
I don't know.
Who says it and why?
I don't know.
See, not knowing either of those two
I always
things.
heard that it was not great.
Then why would everybody have a microwave for so many times?
Michael Wave. Yes.
Falzone. My middle name is Wave. Mike Wave.
Nice.
Why does no one call it a Mike Wave? Because the first name's not Michael. If you pick something up within 5 seconds, this is my favorite one. Is it okay to eat?
Yes.
Zoya says yes. I say yes. I pick up my mask after falling face down on the dirty ground. I put it right back on my face and I'm still alive. According to a 2003 study, 2003 great year for music, Limp Bizkit, Break Stuff. Study, none of that is in the article, from some goddamn University of Illinois. If your floors aren't clean, you might be eating more bacteria than you think, especially if you drop something sticky like raw chicken.
Ew.
Don't put it right back in your mouth, it says here.
Don't ever put raw chicken in your mouth.
In the experiment, the research swabbed clean floors, dirty floors, and found very few microorganisms. But when cookies and gummy bears were placed on a dry, sterile floor tiles that had been coated with E. coli, they painted a floor with E. coli and bacteria that were transferred to the food in less than 5 seconds. You got E. coli on your floor? Don't eat off your floor. I'll fix it for you. Are you a single man living with other single men in an apartment? Never eat anything.
That's disgusting.
And that's
never eat anything that ends up on the floor.
Floors and carpets can easily become contaminated, especially since shoes can spread bacteria. You wearing shoes around your apartment? You're gross.
Yeah, I'm wearing shoes right now.
Gross. According to the Canadian Institute, let's not forget this is a Canadian Globe and Mail.
Rob, we're not going to need you to confirm that.
Everything's fine. According to the Canadian Institute of Food Safety, up to 93% of shoes have clearly been shown to carry traces of fecal contamination. After 3 months of wear. You're gonna step in shit.
That's what she
Everyone does shits. Some people do several shits a day. And then Zoya, you always want to name the episode something with shit in it. And we have to have, as a podcast, unless there's a podcast specifically about shit, we have to have the longest running, the most titles having to do with shit.
Okay, but I can't help that I have the mentality of a 12-year-old boy.
You're a tiny boy.
Yes.
But anyway, if you wear shoes in your house, dog, and you eat stuff off the ground, you're probably dead already.
You nasty.
You're nasty. Get 3 vaccines every time you go get a vaccine if you wear shoes in your house. Because you're gross. Take your shoes off.
I did.
Just now?
Yeah.
So now your shit shoes are just here. Yeah, great.
No shoes.
No shoes now. Shit socks.
Ow.
Well, this last one says the myth is that burgers are ready to eat when they're brown in the middle.
When they're brown. But what happened to medium rare?
That's what I'm saying.
or rare.
You
Some
can't
people
judge
like
a
it
burger by
a
its
little
color.
bit of Jules.